Hi, this is Rob Lyons from Ocean House Marina. I'm pleased to present this video showing you the changes in the Charlestown Breachway after the dredging 2012 of the Charlestown Breachway Basin and Relief Channel. This project began January 2nd of 2012 and was completed on March 2nd, 2012. Under budget, it was approximately $954,000. It removed 57,000 cubic yards of sand from the basin area and about 17,000 cubic yards from the relief channel. This video will show you both from perspective in a boat running through the channel, highlighting the turns that you have to make and the hazards that you have to avoid, as well as showing the channel via our satellite picture and charts depicting the areas that were dredged. I hope you enjoy it and it's helpful. Please give us a call if you need any additional information, and happy boating. Well, we're out here, it's the end of March, second, third day of spring. Kind of early, but with this unseasonable weather, we took advantage of filming the approaching the channel and the new improvements after the dredging of Charlestown Breachway and Basin. What we wanted to do is give some background on the dredging that just occurred here this past March 2012. This project that currently finished was actually a maintenance project of a much larger South Shore restoration project that was done, that began back in early 2000, commenced around 2004 with dredging, and it was dredging these areas to create habitat for eelgrass, and part of it was to dredge the basin areas and a relief channel into the pond. So 6 years later, these areas had filled back in, but part of the restoration project was a maintenance aspect, which was a state responsibility. But due to budget constraints, the town of Charlestown approached the state and partnered with them so that we could get the job done. So as we come in, different from last year, this whole area right now would be maybe 3 feet at best. Right now we're looking at over 9 feet of depth. This is called a sedimentation basin, which is designed to collect the sediment that comes in from the ocean. It's supposed to be trapped in this area. This was dredged to approximately 9 feet, this whole area here. Overall, we should get at least a year and a half out of the current dredging before we have to start pinching in the channel. But right now we're out in the center of the basin area. We just passed the launch ramp over to the east, and you'll see our first marker is going to come up on the west side of the channel, and that marks the shoal that comes out from the point, the first point where we're going to turn. As we come up, you'll see some more markers on our west side, and they'll be marked with green, which tells you you have to stay to the right. You remember the old saying, red right, we turn. You keep the red markers to your right and your left, the green to your left. Once we pass this last point, as the pond opens up, you're going to pick up the markers ahead of us. You'll see a floating buoy which marks a sunken barge that's probably well over 100 years old. The sand that continues into the pond filled in these this big sand delta where the restoration areas were made. However, what they saw right in the beginning of the project in 2004 was that one of the restored areas was filling in faster than expected. So what they did was they incorporated what we call the relief channel that directed the current and the sedimentation that goes along the bottom, that's transported across the bottom, into away from these restored areas. You'll see today is a great day because it's a very low tide and you can actually see the sandbar exposed. You won't see this all the time. And you can see where we actually dug right through the sandbar. We're going right through the cut. We cut right through the sandbar. We're going to line up with the buoys at the end of this channel, which are a floating red and green non-buoy. You can see where the water here is breaking. That's where the dredging stopped. The town of Charlestown appropriated $150,000 in the last 2 fiscal years to join with approximately $700,000 of state money for a total of over $1 million to get the current project that was just completed. The project commenced in January 2nd. It took the dredge contractor a month to set up, and then it took exactly 1 month to do the dredging. The diagram here on the right side is the actual basin area and the dredged areas that highlights the dredge area. And here on this chart we show all the participants of the project, and I want to thank all of them for their cooperation in getting the job done. We pulled more sand out than expected, so the whole project was a huge success. Came in on time and came in under budget. And we pumped 57,000 cubic yards out of the basin area and approximately 17,000 cubic yards out of the relief channel.